I could see how proud her husband was standing there. Yes, my wife, still all their money. They're not going to pay that 100 and something. Welcome to another video, and thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for taking your lovely, sweet time to watch what is going to go down today. This is going to be the part 2 of the first video. So with this one, I'll just be kind of focusing on development. So first on our list is transportation. Back in Ghana, you have to pay for everywhere you want to go to. So it's not like it's different here. It's not that different here. But in London, like, yeah, once I pay for my Oyster for a month or for a week or daily, I think it's just because you pay for a month, so that when you pay for the month, you are done with it. So once I pay for my Oyster, I can just tap within London anywhere on the bus. But back in Ghana, if I want to go to Ashaiman, I pay. I want to go from Medina to Spanner, I would pay. From Medina to Atomic, I would pay. From Adenta to Pantine, I will pay. Be paying. You just be paying all over the place. I mean, you've paid in a bundle, so it makes sense to like just tap on the bus. You don't necessarily have to pay in cash, or you can just use like your mobile app to pay for transportation. If you want to use the train, you top up on this, or you just use your bank card direct. Whichever works for you, depending on your schedule. And the roads. In as much as like we complain about tax, to be honest, if I'm paying my taxes and I'm enjoying a good road, I guess it's fair. Because where I'm coming from, you are paying taxes and you are still battling with potholes on the road. Like you ain't paying tax. So you complain small about the tax, then you remember that back home you're not even getting half of this, so it's fine. We will manage. The bus systems are not bad, just that you have to run helter skelter when you are late. You know, sometimes you run for the bus and this bus driver can see you coming. He can see that you are the Usain Bolt of this generation, and he'll close the door. He's always the audacity for me. He's always there. I mean, there are some nice bus drivers that would actually wait. I had a bus driver wait for me. I was carrying heavy bags, and he actually waited at the bus stop when there was no one there. And whilst I was running with the heavy bags, and they made me enter. But there are some people, they don't even care if your head is on fire, because I think they work with time. So whether you run, fly, swim, no. You shut the door and they're gone. Yes. Just wait for the next bus. They can't be bothered. Time is money. So yeah, interesting bus drivers, good bus system, good roads so far that I've seen. With healthcare, I had a recent experience with healthcare and I got sick. Unfortunately for me, it was around Easter, so I couldn't get the inhaler from the pharmacy without a prescription. When I went to the clinic, if I should say, yes, a GP, that's what it's called. When I went to the GP to book for a prescription, they said I have to book for a review first, then they can prescribe, like check how bad it is before they prescribe the appropriate inhaler for me to use. It's not now that they will now hand you paper. No, digital, girls. So as we are sitting there, you know, she's typing on the computer, typing. They've already sent my details to the pharmacy. All I have to do is just walk there. And I didn't pay for this. All I had to do was just book with my GP, get the review, did all the diagnosis they were supposed to do, sent my details to the pharmacy, and I went for my prescription. I paid for my prescription because I'm not on any benefits. Very demure, very simple. But sometimes GP appointments take too long, because if I was going to die, I would have died within that week. It took 2 weeks to get an appointment. Yeah, so that's a little downside. But it's better because, like, where I'm coming from, I would have to pay for that review. Yeah, I remember there was one time I had this emergency in school and my dad came for me. Around 10 p.m. we went to the hospital and it was just like a checkup to see if I was okay. We didn't buy medication, nothing. It's just for the checkup to see if I was okay. I think we paid about 300 close to 400 just for that checkup. Yeah, 300 400 cedis just for the checkup without prescribing any, medication. Now let's come to the finances. Oh, you get paid per hour, so you have plenty money. No, sweetheart, it doesn't work that way. Don't get me wrong, if you are being paid like a good amount of money, you can save something small, but it's difficult because rent takes most of the money. Then after you pay your rent, you're paying for council tax, you're paying for water, electricity, gas for the heating. Depending on where you live, some flats have it together, some apartments have all the bills together, but some you pay it individually. Council tax is compulsory. You can be arrested for not paying. You can go to jail for not paying your council tax. Groceries are not too expensive, at least compared to where I'm coming from. You can have a full grocery shopping depending on the number of people at home. Like if you're a single person living by yourself, probably the most you should, if you're not a big eater, the most you should spend on groceries should be like about £100 for monthly grocery shopping. Is not bad. If you are even buying from the supermarket like the Hals, if you have a good relationship with them, you can bargain. That's what the meat shop, yeah, that's what they put in front of the meat shop. That's something halal. When you go to like Tesco, they have like club cards when you go to the supermarket. So when you tap your club card and you have like discounts available for you. Women, I saw this auntie who she was with her husband and she had a full trolley of groceries. She brought her club card out. She brought like some 2 coupons out. And I was looking at that on the till, like the screen, and it was 130 something. By the time she used her club card and coupons that she got and discount cards that she got all from Tesco, because occasionally they send you like discounts through your mail, it had reduced all the way from 130 something to like £28, £26. I don't remember, but it was in the 20s. And I was like, our mothers, our aunties, we cannot take this bargaining power from them. And I could see how proud her husband was standing there. Yes, my wife, still all their money. They're not going to pay that 100 and something. Occasionally, you would go to the shop and then something that was £5, they've reduced it to £2. If you have the club card, you pay for it at a lower price. So when it comes to foodstuffs, even with the shops, almost every shop has like a card. Some of it is on your phone, so it's an app and you scan the code to get discounts and stuff, right? So when it comes to the food side of things, you're either getting the discounts from the main supermarket or you can bargain your way into a lower budget with I could just call them Mokola people because I don't really know the English collective noun to put them in. Yeah, it's the same with clothes. You get discount cards. Probably if you're working in one of the shops, you're entitled to discounts. There's sales. It's like sometimes you don't really have to stress when something is expensive. You just know that probably in 2 weeks time, 3 weeks time, there's going to be sales. You buy it at an affordable price, unless you feel like you are no dogu and you can just pay for it outright. And also, it is possible to save a little, no matter how much you make. At least kakra, small. Maybe you might not be able to like save 500 every month, but even £100 every month. That's if you are being paid on a monthly basis or you are being paid on a weekly basis. So yeah, life is hard, but you can still save something compared to where I'm coming from. Already, you wake up in the morning and the cocoa seller is taking like 5 cedis for in frama that she have blown inside the cook. I have conversations with my friends, and it's like we can't even tell whether buying food is expensive or cooking is expensive, because all of it is holding your neck. You cannot run away from the expense. By the time you buy oil, you buy tomato, you buy onion, like 300 cedis is gone. You spend a lot of money for just few ingredients to cook, and that is even for a small family, to talk about a large number of people in a household. Another thing about the finance is you buy stuff on credits, you pay on time, you don't delay your payments. If you are given Tuesday 31st April to pay, you pay Tuesday 31st April, or you can pay before to have a good credit score. The bank knows that they can trust you with money. There are some things that when you want to purchase, car, house, you need to have a good credit score to be able to afford those things, or for them to be able to trust you with that kind of property. So you can buy a car on finance, maybe be paying a particular amount every month whilst you use the car. So yeah, there are people who have cars that are not fully paid for, and then it helps you have an easy life. You don't necessarily have to pay the full amount if you don't have it, compared to where I'm coming from. Like if you don't have the money to buy the car, you sit at home, or you pick a boat or you just pick the trotro. Yeah, you pick public transport. If you don't have money to buy a car with the full price, you walk to your destination, or you pick public transport. But with my legs, I usually just walk, because trotro drivers cannot come and queue. That's why I am still slim. Bad credit score, you would enjoy some luxuries here. You understand? Because nobody's trusting you with their money, because you're bad with credit. You don't pay people back on time. Nobody likes to be late payment. Do you get what I mean? I was going to deposit money. I just walk into the bank, and then there's an ATM machine where you can deposit your money. You don't have to join the queue now. I just went to the ATM, put my card inside, put my money inside. Machine tell me you have deposited so and so inside your account. You want receipts? Yes, no. Fair. Very organized, very. But let's go back to where I come from. Me and my own money, and even the person in the bank is flexing me. Meanwhile, if I don't put that money, even if it is 1 cedi, if I don't put that money in the bank, hello, you know that you don't have a job, because you are in the bank because of my money, to protect my money, to use my money to work. But there's one interesting thing about Ghana when it comes to customer service, where customers rather beg for the service. You have to beg for the service. If you're not paying for good service, you're begging for good service. Whereas here, when it comes to customer service, not only in the bank, like in general, and Ghana too in general, customer service, well, it depends though, but we can all agree, a country called Ghana, when it comes to customer service, oh my god, you need a lion heart. Because if you have a fragile heart, somebody is going to end up in the hospital. And it's not me. Like, yeah, customer service here is like, hi my love, thank you so much my love, like, my love, oh darling, sorry darling. I even feel like as you're single, you'll be feeling like, oh my god, somebody loves me. But no, it's just customer service. It's not that deep, but it does feel good. And you now be seeing one fine gentleman saying, hi love, how you doing? I say, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine, baby boy. Fine boy, please, I am fine. As you have just said, oh my love, how you doing? I said, my baby boy, I'm fine. I couldn't be any better. That's one thing I really love here. Customer service, especially if it's like a fine boy that is on the till, sometimes even in the bus. Oh, hi my love. Oh, like, sorry my love, sorry darling. Response that they give you make you feel so special, even though it's just their work. It's not that deep, but it's deep because It was a fine boy that told me. He said, my love. And I said, yes, I love you. Why aren't we together now? We should have been together yesterday. But anyway, I forgive you. Before I left Ghana, and then my bank called me that do I want a credit card, but they'll be taking 5 CDs from my account every time because I'm having ATM card. And I said no. They should keep that ATM card. How much is in the account that if you be removing 5 CDs, 5 CDs, 5 CDs, 5 CDs, what will be left for me and my family members to eat? Do you want us to go hungry? Do you want us to starve? Yeah, they probably have their reasons for doing that, but as me, I'm having my bank card now. I don't pay anything for my bank card. Nobody is taking £5 from my account every month. To be honest, I never even asked why. I don't care. I don't care why they're removing that £5 for me to be. I say £5, 5 CDs because I'm having ATM card. I don't know. When they called me that ATM card, I was excited because I never used an ATM card before back in Ghana. When I created my account, I was excited. Wow, the bank recognizes me. They want to give me an ATM. Until brother man mentioned I have to be paying 5 CDs every month. It is well. I forgive him. I do forgive. Was it even a him or she? Whichever. I forgive them. I forgive them. It's not their fault. I'm a billionaire, so they want to finish my money. But it's fine. It's fine. I can endure. Last but not the least, mental health. I'm happy that right now there's a lot of mental health awareness. The difference between the mental health here and then the mental health back in Ghana is majority of the time when you see somebody who is like mentally disturbed, they are in ragged clothes, dirty hair. It's just very easy to spot, apart from the special cases that you meet. And even when it comes to the torture, you barely have a mentally disturbed person coming to sit inside the bus. Like, even if they do, they are just quietly sitting down, and then maybe the mates will realize this person is not okay, and then they quietly get off. Let us come to the beautiful London mental health experience here. It's usually always in the bus. Be minding your business in the bus. Somebody will just come and be making noise. And see that this person is not okay. So I was sitting in the bus, and then there was this lady who sat down. She looked very, very normal. Nice, pretty auntie. And started shouting, I'm married to Jesus. Jesus. And she started speaking tree. And that was actually what shocked me. Because at that time, Queen Elizabeth was in the bus. Bless her soul. She looked up at me and then she asked me, the way that Ghana for starting me. Yeah, she asked me because she was shocked. Ghana can't me who be that. Usually those that they are boredom, no, they are calm. Apart from the special people that are cuckoo. When I say special people, you see that this person is not bad. The person is just looking for trouble. I was like, man, Lizzie, I don't know what is going on here. Forgive me, this is backhanded, but I never expected it from my own people. But I remember there was one time somebody was having full speaker. The painful thing about when people are making noise in the bus is you can't complain. You can't. In Ghana, when somebody is making noise in the bus, is the driver's radio, and even that one, probably when you're on a phone call or something, you can politely tell him to lower it, or somebody have brought their whole house speaker and is playing in the bus. They're going to tell you to lower who? Some people are just looking for trouble. Or is signs of mental health disorder. Because as a normal human being, as life is happening to everybody, I want to know why you're making noise in the bus. The druggies that they get high and then, I found trim. You can come and enter the bus and then Jimmy, and there's nothing you can do because they have British passports, they have entitlements. You cannot take that from them. As long as they are not like harming anybody directly, they are allowed into the bus. Now, you can understand where my frustration is, because they have a right. They must exercise their right. But there has to be a balance. So if you know that life is not for you, you learn how to drive fast. You buy your own car and enjoy your peace of mind when you're on the road. If not, you just gotta be enduring bus mental health disorderness. That's the only means of transportation you can afford at the moment. There's this thing that people say about the dirty shoes. And to be honest, I feel like the reason why people might not be bothered about dirty shoes on the bus on their way to work is, you realize 70 or to 80% of the time, the person doesn't even want to go to work, man. Like, the person doesn't really care about the job. They just need the money to survive. Because you see same set people going out to a party or a dinner or something, and they are dressed like they are put together properly. They are well put together. They look really good. So it's just to work. You know, when it's time for work, nobody gives a damn. A lot of people don't really give a damn about appearance. Probably maybe the youngsters or something. It depends on where you work as well. Because if I'm working in warehouse and my shoe is dirty, I don't know who's going to be doing inspection. But probably if I'm working at Tesco or like somewhere where appearance, I'm working at Zara. So it's not everybody. I think it's relative. Maybe the person is going to school. Maybe they're not doing inspection on school. Yeah, I'm not going to school yet, I don't know. The students scramble, they wear leather black shoes. So those that wear dirty sneakers, either to work or somewhere that shoe that they are wearing, it doesn't count. So this has been the end of my abroad series, why people say you shouldn't come here. And I think I've touched on some relevant facts, right, to prepare you for when you're coming. Personally, I wouldn't really stop anybody from coming. Immigration people, they're already doing it. Yet, personally, I wouldn't stop anyone from coming. As I said in my first video, the exposure is good. You learn a lot. You adapt to a new environment. You learn new behaviors. You learn a new way of thinking, a new way of reacting to issues, a new way of having boundaries. Like, there's a positive to it. I don't see why I should prevent somebody from experiencing that as well. Development and growth. So by scaring you about tax and the code. I mean, yeah, it's cold. Tax is a bastard, but the experience is lovely. It's lovely. Like, you know, what is life without a little bad experience? What stories are you going to tell your children? I'm going to tell my children how I was freezing to death the first time I came here, and I survived. So please, if you have an opportunity to travel to better your life, you should travel. Don't let anyone stop you. No. It's always good to remember that we have to come back home. Home is home. We always have to come back home now. With that said, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. I will see you in the next video. Mwah.